Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more news here at Esports Talk. This one breaking down some Siege news out there alongside an organization known as the Pittsburgh Embers. If any of you guys are actually Rocket League fans out there, this name has now resurfaced after a few months of drama-free stuff. Well, they are now back. If you guys are not Rocket League fans, this actually is apparently the former Fibion org reworked with the same management or owners into the Pittsburgh Embers. They entered the Rocket League scene and were there for just over a month until they released that roster. They were met with some controversy as well with those players. One of those players being Demonator, unfortunately enough, during a rival series, or he was a rival series participant for the organization. He, though, took to an online game. He used racial slurs and other slurs as well. It actually got him banned from events throughout 2019, and within that first month, or just after that first month, their entire Rocket League team, they soon after disbanded. So we had the former owners of this Fibion organization apparently rebranding into the Pittsburgh Embers. They were faced with controversy with their first Rocket League team. They went a few months without some drama. They are now back, guys. Apparently some Siege drama out there, as the team has now made a statement about their 6 Siege team apparently trying to leave the organization, despite the fact they had agreements to play with the organization until May of next year, 2020. So this could be a very big issue going onwards. They also do take note, though. Apparently they had these agreements until 2020. These players are still trying to leave despite further negotiations they tried with the players, and they made one very distinct point at the very end. They will try and pursue no matter what. They will try and actually enforce these existing contracts. So if these players, let's keep in mind, if these players are trying to leave and breach their contract, they could be facing issues and at the very least have to serve out their time with the organization. So as of right now, if what they say is true, the organization, if these players did sign the contract, they will have to play with the Pittsburgh Embers until May of 2020. We'll see how the situation does break itself down. Why this actually came to fruition, though, potentially one of the many reasons that we could see some shadiness of the organization and why their 6 Siege team would want to leave the roster or leave the organization in general. It stretches back to a day previously when their graphic designer actually departed away from the organization for apparently not being paid a sum of money of $30 to $45 for a design he had made the organization. He goes on to talk about apparently they needed a W-9 to be filled out for him to be paid the $30 to $45. Although it is weird this time of this decade, a lot of payment forms out there, a lot of forms of payment to be made, PayPal, Bitcoin, all the cryptocurrencies out there. Why would they need a W-9 to make that payment? The debate goes on and back and forth whether legally they would need that, but the thing is this, guys, they owed this man $45. He eventually left the organization. It adds to the background and history of this organization potentially being run by some shady people, which never makes the story very promising in their favor. The organization here could be very well in the right, though. Keep that in mind. They could have needed a W-9. They could have, on top of that, had these contracts signed until 2020, which means they have the right to actually have these players until 2020. But how we see it right now, it seems, as public perception, is we have a shady org potentially run by the same shady owners under a new name from Fibion to Pittsburgh Embers. They're not paying a graphic designer a sum of $30 to $45, which, do you have that in the bank? And if they don't have that in the bank, maybe that's why the players are having other issues of their own with the team itself. We will wait for player responses for all of you. I will keep you posted on this story. As of right now, though, headlines do seem to be an organization failed to pay a graphic designer $45, and now are having other issues with many of their teams out there. Rocket League was one back in the day, and now their Rainbow Six Siege team wants to leave, but the org's not going to let them. They're going to pursue their contracts endlessly and enforce them as much as they possibly can. I'll break down the other news out there for you guys sometime soon. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, take care. I'll see you guys soon.